Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another theme deck review for the Pokemon trading card game online. Today we're going to cover Stormcaller, which is the kind of companion theme deck to one of my favorite theme decks, which is Blazing Volcano. So we're going to check it out, see if it stacks up to its big brother there. I played a little bit with it already versus bots. In the little trainer challenge. It's not great. Let's take a look at it. The main issue I have with it is there's weird mechanics and weird synergy where very specific things have to happen in order to make it work. Whereas like the Blazing Volcano theme deck, there's a lot that stands by itself. There's a lot that's amplified if you work with some synergy, but it's not necessary in order to do good damage. But let's get into it. So we got Blitzel, 70 HP, pretty basic Pokemon here. 1 energy 10, 2 energy 20. We got Zebstrika, which is 110 HP, so a little bit more on the tanky side. You have Sprint, which allows you to discard your hand and draw 4 cards. If you're down bad, this can help you. And 2 energy 60, which is all right, I would say. It's nothing crazy. Then we have Mareep, HP 60, but you can paralyze a Pokemon and do 10 damage, which is relatively helpful early on. You have Flaffy with 2 energy 40, and the active Pokemon becomes confused, which definitely could be useful to make it do damage against itself. So Flaffy, pretty useful here for a mid-evolution. Then you got Ampharos, which is really nice. I really like this one. HP 150, so pretty tanky. We'll go to the damage first. So it's a 2 energy split bomb. This attack does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So you get to choose. And I had this used against me when I was testing out another theme deck. And like the best way to do this is if they swap out a Pokemon that's below 50 left, puts it on the bench, you can take it out. So I really like these ones that do a lot of damage to bench Pokemon. It's 100 damage overall, but for 2 energy, that's pretty decent. The first kind of synergy here is we have Unseen Flash. Once during your turn before you attack, you can put 2 electric energy cards from your hand into the Lost Zone. If you do, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Now this is important for later, these energy cards in the Lost Zone, which essentially means you can't get them back. It's not like your discard pile where you have cards that can get back from it, but there is Raikou, which if you have any electric energy cards in the Lost Zone, this attack does 90 more damage. So 2 energy 30, terrible. But 2 energy 120, much better. So if you're able to get that Ampharos out early, sacrifice 2 energy to your Lost Zone, then your Raikou is potentially doing 2 energy 120 for the rest of the match. And then Smeargle, which sometimes is useful, sometimes isn't, but this card is in the Blazing Volcano as well, so I think this is the one shared card. But yeah, you reveal your opponent reveals their hand, and you can choose an effect of a supporter card, as well as you have Tail Smash, which if you roll tails, you get nothing. So I don't really like that, but this allows you to see what your opponents have, and also if they have supporter cards, you can use those to draw more cards and things like that. Comes in handy, especially early on, but later on, I don't bother with it. You got Furfrou. 1 energy 20, you can draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. This one's pretty useful, especially early on if you just need to do a little bit of damage and get more cards into your hand. HP 90, so it can tank a little bit. Then you got Poipole, 1 energy, look at your face down prize cards. Definitely nice if you need to know like what's where so that you can grab stuff out of your prize cards. 2 energy 20, little peck. Then you got Naganadel, and these are definitely one of the cards that I dislike the most. The ability is relatively nice. Once during a turn, you can take a basic energy from your discard pile and put it onto this guy. Really only useful, a handful of times. Then you have 3 energy 80, which is not a lot of damage for 3 energy. If you have exactly 3 prize cards, this attack does 80 more damage, which I don't like. There's only one. Generally, there's only going to be one time that you can do that, because 160 damage takes out most Pokemon. Like, unless you're going against, if you're up against like a GX, EX, V Max card that you're trying to do a bunch of damage to, which I think is what this is kind of alluding to, then I can see that. Like, Turning Point doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like if your opponent has 3 prize cards, then you do 160 damage. I could see that being useful. But yeah, I generally just don't like this card. I keep it on my bench, and then when it comes to I'm down to 3 prize cards, I either don't need it or I can't even swap it in anyway. So it's just not worth it in my opinion. So out of the whole deck, this being quote unquote the heavy hitter kind of sucks. Because in Blazing Volcano, the heavy hitter is your NK. And he does, if I remember correctly, it's like 140 or 160. And you can force that with Slugma. There's nothing you can do here. Especially if you're over or under 3 prize cards. Now, maybe if it said if you were over 3 prize cards, I could see that. Like allow you to catch up or something like that, but I generally don't see a use for this card. Then we'll get into the trainer cards. So we got Evolution Ball, helpful a handful of times, especially if you need to build up to Ampharos. We got Switch, Rescue Stretcher, Nest Ball. I believe this is all the same as Blazing Volcano. We got Escape Rope, switch out your active and your opponent's active. Right? Each player switches out their active. Ultra Ball, discard 2, pick a Pokemon. Energy Switch. This one I don't believe is in the Blazing Volcano, but you can move an energy from one Pokemon to another. This could probably be useful. How many of these do you get? You get 1. Could be useful in the case of Nagandel, where you can throw an energy onto him and then you can move that energy, but you can only do it once. So not super useful. Search your deck for up to 4 basic energies, reveal them, put them into your hand. This has saved me when I was testing it. When you run out of energy, this is a lifesaver. You got Lily, standard card. A lot of decks have that. Draw 3 cards, standard. 2 basic Pokemon, draw 2 cards, deal more damage. That one, Copycat, Kahili, and just a bunch of electric energy. So pretty standard stuff. For the trainers. So let's take a look at it. Like I said, overall, like the Ampharos Raikou combo is kind of cool, but it only does 120 damage, and like Raikou is useless unless you're able to get Ampharos, and you have to sacrifice 2 energy, which can stifle energy generation for other things. But when I say other things, all you really have is Nagandel, and it only does 80 damage for 3 energy. So it's not a big heavy hitter. I've seen people use this in versus, and I honestly don't know how. I don't know. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna go play a versus match and see what we can do with it. Let's see. Where is it? Stormcaller. All right, let's give it a try. And we're going to give it a Vivid Voltage Charizard's deck. How daring of that person. I won the coin flip. No, we never go first. Wow, that's a lot of energy. Yeah, I get to start with Raikou, who does 30 damage for 2 energy. Cool. I do extra damage to Lugia, which is nice. I think I do extra damage to Charizard in this one too. I may be wrong. I can't remember if it's water or electric that is against him, but wow. I mean, I'll take an Ampharos, I suppose. But we really need a Mareep. If we can get a Mareep and we can set up the 120 early, we can get through a lot. But Lugia, well, okay, Lugia has weakness, so that's good. The Charizard, I think, is going to be our biggest problem if it's not weak to electric. And I'm not going to do any damage to that Sudowoodo because I don't want it to be able to damage me. You can just draw cards. That's fine. Come on, Mareep. Or something that lets me draw a Mareep. Really? This is not going to go well. I was dealt just a terrible hand. Yeah, he's gonna work up to Yan Mega, I'm guessing. Close to, he's just, well, more energy. What am I supposed to do with that? This is scuffed. Yeah, that's it. That's game over. That's game. New one. What a great start. No, let me quit. Let me not give him the satisfaction. That was crap. That was literal crap. All right, let's try it again, I suppose. But do you see how easy, like, he just had to build up to Charizard. Easy 130 damage. But I have to wait for Ampharos. I have to sacrifice 2 energy. I have to build up 2 energy on Raikou to do 120. Ridiculous. Oh great, I have 2 of them. Yeah, and I went first. That's why I don't like to go first. Suicune, Wave Splash, or Aurora Loop. Put 2 energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. Interesting. Let's try and do some more damage to him, I guess. What is this? Basic Pokemon? Yes. We need to get the Mareep early. Was really hoping for a Falafi there. It's fine. Let's grab a Pie Pole, I suppose. We'll just have to rotate in Blitzel, I suppose. I don't know that he would waste that. Oh, he did. Okay, all right. Interesting. That's fine. It is what it is. Could do that. Look at my face down cards. Nah, that's fine. I need a Flaffy. Okay, come on. Flaffy. I just need one. Thank God. Flaffy. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Still has no other cards out. Kind of concerning. Should I put him out? Probably, right? Nah. Yeah, we just need one. If he can't put another basic Pokemon out, I'm pretty sure I only need a couple more rounds to do what I need to do. Actually, I could probably take it this round, which is really sad. Both of these matchups were not great. So there goes that, and then I can do this, and then I can retreat, do that. I hope he sees what's happening here. Do that. Done. Game over. Well, we'll go do, because we're really early into the video. I don't want to do another versus because sometimes they can take forever. What did I win? Oh, yay, Pokecoins. I need some of those. I bought a lot of theme decks recently. I really want to build up to this. Black and white plasma freeze. Yes, please. All right, let's just go take on some bots. Let's see. I was working my way through platinum, so we'll just do that. Juji? Is that how you say her name? She looks so sad. Okay. Okay. Well, let's bank on her having some. I don't really want to fill my bench with that. Hopefully she has some supporters that I can take advantage of. If not, right, I'm going first. I can discard 2 and pull a Pokemon. We'll save that. We'll save that until we get desperate. Because in all honesty, I probably won't need the escape rope and stretcher. Now I kind of really want to pull a basic Pokemon. But there's a couple of things that let me pull basic Pokemon, so it'd be kind of a waste. Show. Nice. Heal 60. Sure. Might as well, right? I should have probably looked at what he has in his hand just to... She has her hand just to see. Well... This is going... swimmingly. I need to start doing damage. Yep, saw that coming. Bruh. Ah, that was kind of a waste. Dude. What is this bad luck? Really? Another heal? Really? You're really trying to hang on to that Mind Fu. I have to do it. Should have kept the pie pole and just got rid of that, but that's fine. More energy. How much energy is in this theme deck? I feel like that's all I get. I was making a joke. Please give me something useful. Barely. Why can't you just use lunge? Take it out. I can energy switch, which might actually come in handy here. We take this, take it off of you, throw it on you. Use that to do that. Toss that on that. And do that. Because I need this one to die. Also, we took it out, which is nice. Thank you. Now, if only I could get Ampharos. If only. I forgot that fighting has a weakness to psychic. Excuse you, sir. Why didn't you take out something with less HP? Oh, Ampharos! Thank you for finally appearing. Even though we are definitely already crushing this. Wow. Kahili just coming in clutch with those heads. I don't even know that I need the Raikou versus this fighting deck. But like, is it? I hope it's clear that like there's not a lot to do with this theme deck unless you've built up all the stuff. Which this is the only time that I'll be able to do 160, and then also I don't even need it. But whatever. We'll end this one early. Overall, not like a bad deck. But as far as like an electric deck goes, I would much rather go with Soaring Storm. And as far as a psychic deck goes, I would definitely just go with the one we did last week, which was Laser something. Laser Storm. The heck was it called? Laser Focus. As far as a psychic deck goes, because Stormcaller, not great. Like if the Nagandel maybe did something better, then I think it'd be worth it. But the other one, like synergy wise, you do max 120, and that it's not fun. It's not very much. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.